Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Seercast. This is a special edition focusing primarily on RuneScape 3. That is the thing that was released yesterday. Kind of a big deal. Been hyped for months now. But since this is a little bit of a specialty one, we are going to talk a bit about a couple of the updates that have happened since our last podcast. But first, I'll introduce everybody that's here. I am Knight of Knee, or in-game, I'm Kerrigan. With me is Robo, who is dropping. He's here somewhere. Orange.
Hello.
Lime, you're not orange.
Yeah, come on, Lime.
Close enough.
That's Lime. Jascertes.
Hello. Jasband.
Yeah, or Jasband, or whatever other name. I don't actually know what your current name in game is.
Jasband.
Is it Jasband? Okay.
Yep.
Fangride or Amascut.
Howdy.
Walter's in the chat, and Kitten is the late arrival.
Fuck Dixie Line.
Alrighty then.
Not suitable for children. Should have been IKEA.
Anyways. Yeah, well, IKEA would have probably been better. Cheaper, but better.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, so, just gonna go ahead and dive right into this stuff. The Bacon Quest, Bring Home the Bacon, I think was the name of it, came out a couple weeks ago. That was interesting.
Or Dugni.
There's, oh my god.
Bacon.
Just like the entire premise of the quest is just so ridiculous, yes.
Stupid.
Lime.
It was hilarious.
Shut it.
It wasn't.
Lime. Shut it. Unfortunately, there's no mute button.
All the horses, Lime. All of them.
I was just about to say that.
That was the only
Every single one.
That's the important part. We learned what happened to horses.
Those stupid unicorns
in
without
the non-Eastern
horns.
lands. I'm surprised they didn't have horse wrestling, because they had pig wrestling, but they didn't do anything with the horses, just ate them. Like, that's not cool.
Well, they may have had horse wrestling, but this was clearly prior to the year 169, so we wouldn't know anything about it.
Yeah,
I have an obligatory picture for this.
Oh dear God. And, link it whenever you get it, because that'll go up.
Yeah.
The premise of the quest was some guy randomly, accidentally eats a pig, and thought it tasted delicious.
Yeah.
So he wants you to help him get rid of all the people that are addicted to bacon, and then spread it out everywhere so that the bacon population doesn't,
The bacon population?
No pig population.
Yeah, the bacon population. They're not pigs.
Pig
right?
bacon, whatever.
Bacon.
That the bacon population doesn't go into decline like the horses did.
You said it again.
Yeah, I know, that was on purpose. They're not pigs, they're
They're synonymous.
The bacon
Bacon and
population.
pig.
Nobody cares about them for anything else.
They don't matter. I believe we just have Siroki joining.
There's a reason we summon spirit things.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, Siroki has just joined us, so say hi.
Super.
What's up?
There he is.
Okay, so we're in the middle of talking about the Bacon Quest right now. Yeah,
So this baby was definitely a Maud Wilson affair. We got our favorite, censored violence references.
oh, that's true. We did get all of that.
Yeah.
I think every quest Maud Wilson has made, aside from like Pirate's Treasure, has had a censored cat thing in it.
He did all the pirates, right?
Yeah, he did up until Rocking Out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Rocking Out was kind of serious.
Yeah, but Lion-O actually carried over the cat reference
Into Clockwork Syringe, yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. I did like that one.
Torturing a zombie head.
Torturing it with makeup.
Exactly.
I was surprised.
Don't
I was
make me look
surprised.
pretty.
Our character was like, there's a way to beat someone up without killing them? I'm like, wow.
Yep.
Well, I really liked the violence scene in this one, where it was just like, you punch them in the face and Martin just goes, that's it?
Wow, you suck.
You wanted more? You wanted more? Here, let me arrange that. Strangles.
I can taste my agony.
Here's a lovely kitten and a small pig. Aren't they adorable? They go on many adventures together. Salt. Ow!
Basically.
That made the quest for me.
It
Yeah.
really is. It's hilarious. It's really dark though, with the Eli being the murderer subtext.
Yeah, just talking about like body parts buried
Bodies
and
and killing people.
Where was the thing that I linked earlier? I can find it on my push in just a second.
Because there's even the fact that all the scarecrows are wearing human clothes. Like,
Oh,
had
people.
human clothes?
He says people keep on dropping things in there, like old clothes, hats, money, personal possessions, and unwanted limbs.
Unwanted limbs.
I mean, it's
Hey,
just
I
like
just decided I didn't want my foot today. Here, Eli, take it.
it's like
Why not?
finding Clarence all over again.
No.
yeah. There's the horse. Found it.
Trying to prove he's murdered.
Finally, okay. Need to make sure it's yes. Oh, that one. Yes.
Yep. That's where
That
all the
one-
horses went.
That one.
They all went to get office jobs. Seems legit.
That one.
Yeah.
That will be in the podcast.
My friend got eaten, so I work in an office now.
Oh man. Okay. Unwanted limbs. I'm writing this stuff down so that I don't forget it. Okay. But yeah. So. Nay. So yeah, the quest, it was just kind of silly and dark and scrumptious all at the same time.
It's rewards.
Except for Lime, who can go shove it.
Didn't like the quest, but he's just not funny enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It felt like you were telling a joke about decapitation at a guy where he died, where his head got chopped off.
I don't actually think that's how it was, but okay.
Not that bad.
You're
Yeah.
entitled to your opinion. And
You
you
could
are
say
also
maybe-
entitled
his
to my
opinion is
opinion.
wrong.
Religious tolerance, people.
Yeah,
You
well,
can say maybe they tried a little too hard to make it funny. I can see that.
I do
Yeah,
think they tried too
the
hard
thing
to
I
be
saw
funny.
is that it very much seemed like every line of dialogue was written with the, and like I could see all of them, like Osborne and Wilson sitting behind their computer, and he's like, wait, what if I write this? And then like all three of them, there's like 3 or 4 people sitting there, and they're all, like, 2 of them are hovering over his shoulder, and then he types it in and reads it off in an accent, and they all like start roaring with laughter. It's the funniest thing ever. I can see how that was the way the entire quest was written.
I can
Oh,
absolutely see that.
What if I make him say this? Ah, that's brilliant!
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah, okay, so that pretty much covers that. I mean, there's not exactly anything to go over. There's not like there are rewards that anybody's gonna go crazy over, or hog wild, if you will.
Yeah.
That song. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh,
that song would have been better without the lyrics. That's
It
my
would have been
opinion.
It would have been better if it didn't exist.
would be
No,
better
it's a
if it
catchy
didn't
song,
exist.
Lon. You gotta give it a chance, man. It's a catchy melody. Start barking
That
after that.
song, though, like, immediately after the quest when you're trying to talk to Eli, and since they play it automatically for you...
It's so bad.
That is a little, yeah.
It's too much.
So I'm trying to talk to this murderer farmer guy, and all I hear is the song about being bacon. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Bacon. Hi, I'm Eli.
Oh my god.
God.
It's just
Honestly, after I heard lyrics, I just noped out and went to YouTube.
yeah, pretty much. Nope. But yeah, okay.
Can't.
So, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Unless somebody else has
I'm
something to
so excited
say.
about the freaking spirit pack cake. That's awesome.
I don't know what that is.
It's a beast of burden that's in between a tort and a yak. Finally.
That's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's what 22 slots, something like that.
Oh, that's nice. I have a yak, or I have access to yaks, so it doesn't really affect me, but
I'm literally like a level off the freaking yak.
nice.
You can carry 22 items.
Oh, that's nice.
How long does it last, though? I thought it didn't last as long. But
He lasts 55 minutes now.
okay, that's good.
They fixed them quite
That's good.
significantly. The only catch is you can't buy them, you have to make them yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
And they're, level 84 summoning, construction, and crafting? Smithing? Something like that?
Don't know.
But yeah,
I haven't done. I just actually did the quest just a few minutes before the podcast. So.
Ah,
Oh wow.
That explains a lot.
Quest for podcast.
Huh? And
Right,
then,
so, shall we move on?
yes, we shall move on. So, the big update is certainly going to be RuneScape 3 for this week. And probably for this year, I almost want to say that this is going to be the biggest thing that comes out for the game. We'll have to see how Divination, and that'll be like next month, probably end of next month, maybe beginning of
At
September.
least in terms of hype, RS3 is the big thing.
Yeah, they've
Right.
definitely been hyping it officially for I don't even want to know how long. I don't know what that's a picture of.
About 4 to 5 months.
Insert 10 hours of NIS rage here.
Yeah, the picture is
No
just
thanks,
of
Walter.
like
No thanks.
interface stuff.
Oh yeah, the interface stuff. Yeah, I mean we'll go ahead and actually start with the interface system. The NIS it was released into the alpha stages early April. It got moved into the beta mid-May or something.
May, yeah.
And then and now it's already here in game live. I personally like it.
I love it.
I love
It's
to
awesome.
have the options and the
It's great.
The funniest thing about it is the entire time it was in alpha and beta, nobody actually complained about it and everybody complimented it.
yeah.
And then the moment they released it, recent updates was like, revert the NIS, this sucks.
I can't
That's
even
because
play
that's
RuneScape
what-
anymore.
Yeah.
That's because that's what
My
all
game is ruined.
it's because that's all recent game updates does.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
They
There's
are-
people
they are
saying
the,
go
they're
they're like
the
go back to
Trevor Ghost
EOC.
of
Like
Forza.
really?
I was wondering why I couldn't click through the chat, and I went looking for options, and when I didn't find it, I was like, oh well, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
There's definitely
it offers you
improvements.
so much customization, I couldn't care.
Yeah.
You know? Now, some things require a little more digging than they really need to, but even if you can't figure out where something is, you can set up hotkeys to open it automatically.
In like the
Yeah.
5 years it took me to
Yesterday, I
find
couldn't
it.
figure out where the hell the emotes tab was, so I just set up a hotkey for it and just opened it up. Ta-da.
It's so true though. It did take forever, but I set hotkeys for everything, and most of them are relatively intuitive. So
Yeah. The only thing I would change, like, major thing for me is that I can't figure out how to turn off, like, when you got private chat in there, it says, X is logged in. I don't know how to turn that off.
That
If I
was the
could,
one thing I couldn't figure out how to turn off either.
yeah. They need to bring back the split
wait,
private chat.
Is it in the chat box?
It's in the chat
Yeah,
box.
it's in the chat box.
You can just
When you have all
Yeah.
chat set.
yeah. I just tore the friends or private chat box directly out and just had it in a different box and just
that's
turn
true.
because
Yeah.
you can turn
yeah.
off. You can turn off private chat in one chat box and then leave it on in another.
Oh, true. Good point.
Somehow works. So I just completely ripped
Magic.
it out. I was like, you know what? Fuck this.
I
Yeah.
did that too.
My interface layout, I don't even have the space for that, so I didn't bother.
No, that's a good point. I'm gonna try that. Yeah, because it's like I got it in general, but I don't need all the private stuff in general. Because then it's like, oh yeah, I'm spamming with people logging in and out. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
try doing
Especially
that.
with all the crashes. Yesterday, I was hanging out with Robo and Rubik and a couple other people in the pit, and we were talking and mining out the tiers, and then suddenly my entire chat is filled with about 18 people crashing, and then logging back in about 5 seconds later.
GG.
Yeah, that was one thing that kind of got me, because at the very beginning, I thought the whole entire battlefield area was instanced, because it kept saying that I was entering an instance battlefield, and they kept trying to transfer me and find worlds, and I was like, why is this happening? And apparently it's not instanced, and that scared the heck out of me, but...
Yeah, I was really confused
That's
why I was
weird.
doing that, since it was not instanced at all.
Yeah, I didn't actually ever have that problem.
It only happened for like the first half hour or so, maybe hour.
I didn't have that problem. I actually was able to log in like immediately after the game, after the update.
Yeah.
I had to go to class immediately thereafter, so I didn't really have a chance to interact much. But yeah,
I logged in when Zamorak was still winning.
Yeah.
that's saying something. I am allied with Zamorak, which
Same
is,
here.
Lame.
Which is
Well, I like...
It's
First of
your
all,
choice. It's your choice.
I like his armor better, and I hate Saradomin's attitude,
I
so...
hate Saradomin's attitude. But yeah,
Gee.
so we'll come back to that in just a little bit, though. Before we talk about the Battle of Lumbridge, a little bit about the HTML5 that is still in the beta phase. Does anybody have any idea when that is? Like,
Nah.
Next year is the assumed.
Is it?
Assumed arrival. And the only reason for that is next year is when all browsers are required to roll out HTML5 support.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, okay.
So
it is
basically,
confirmed
Jagex is waiting on browsers to get their shit together.
Okay, that's fair. So we can't even blame Jagex for this. We have to blame Firefox and.
I mean, they're working with
IE.
cutting edge technology. I mean, it's going to be rough, but
They're
they're
actually
doing their
ahead
best.
of the current technology, which is like really impressive.
It
Jagex.
is.
Yeah.
When you think about it, normally
For RuneScape, like
yeah, for RuneScape.
Yeah.
Normally it's just like, oh, there's new tech. Oh, we'll get on that in 5 years.
yeah.
Now
Let's
it's
add abilities
there's new
after
tech.
10 years.
We're on it. It's not even out yet.
It is really impressive. Like I'm happy that they've felt the initiative to go and like do that. It's nice.
Quite impressive. And it works fairly well for some people and looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it works well for me. I don't play on it because it is buggy because of it just being a beta, so I don't usually bother with it. But they do need to optimize it still, and that's probably something they're just waiting for the other browsers. Like there's no rush to do that at this point.
Yep. The other day,
basically you can access it in the live game if you wish, and it's gonna stay that way until it's actually a viable thing to use.
Yep.
It's gonna happen.
The other day, I was playing Conquest, and on the HTML5 beta, I killed one troop, and then I crashed, and I lost.
GG.
Well, I've heard that like everything's broken just with the NIS in Conquest at least.
Oh,
Walter
it might be.
Yeah.
Well, Conquest has been broken for months.
Yeah.
The camera doesn't rotate, and it hasn't rotated for a while.
Oh.
Yes, it does.
Well, no, it rotates incorrectly. Sometime last year, it just broke. I don't know why, and they never fixed it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who plays it?
Yeah, that's the problem. I used to love that game, and then like everybody stopped playing it.
I will play even Conquest right now.
Yeah, I haven't done much in the
Lime.
way of Conquest. I played it a couple times and was like, eh. I mean, it's a good game, but
Basically, I used it to get my Void, and now Void's useless. So.
yeah, pretty much.
What
Whoever's
type
got
feedback is this?
yeah, whoever's got the gigantic amount of should.
Oh.
There we go.
I think it was Robo.
Robo.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the cutscene now?
Oh, yeah. We'll get to that in just actually.
There were a few things with NIS that I could still add just in terms of glitches, or just I don't know what the heck's going on in some of them.
Go for it.
One thing that I noticed with all the texture updates for like Edgeville and other places, the announcer for the Botany Bay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think his feet clip through the box that he's standing on. And then there's one thing that they did with abilities that I frankly don't understand is that now some of them act like passive, like not passive, but just like say alch magic abilities. Like you can click and select something to cast it on, which kind of bothered me because I don't know how it's triggered. Because I just spam buttons. I think it's before, if you click on an ability with a hotkey, yeah, basically, if you use an ability before attacking something, it'll just say cast on, and it just completely screwed me over.
I think that's a new target, because there's no target button anymore.
Exactly. It's like before...
Insta targets, which is so annoying.
No, before you had to target something, like if you wanted to use like the ability that, like you close the distance, one of the melee ones, you had to target something and then use the ability. Now you just click the ability and then click the target. So it's kind of like, I guess they call it an advancement, but it is a little bit,
the only thing
spam click, it's bad.
Yeah, like it just got me because you have no idea how many times I saw nothing interesting happens while doing Slay. It's like, come on.
When I was in the crater, I was trying to attack the Zamorakians, and every time they would walk by, my character would run to where they were standing when I attacked them, and then chase them all the way to the other side of
Your
the...
phone's ringing.
Yeah, I know. I'm stopping it.
Shut up, damn it!
Shut up!
Out the window.
Yeah. so there's obviously some bugs with the NIS, but it really is surprisingly stable, all things considered.
Yeah, that's what I was surprised about too. Like, there were no horrifying glitches. There was a money pouch glitch, but that was only visual, luckily.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah.
Also, have you guys noticed if you go to like various towns that if you like because the draw distance doesn't quite exist yet, that like
you can see
when
it
you like
in
go.
the background.
Yeah, and like buildings, like you'll see the NPCs inside a building, but the walls aren't there yet because they haven't loaded yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was walking by Varrock Museum, and that's what happened to me. I saw the flags, exactly. I saw the displays, and I didn't see any walls. And then I walked one tile, and it loaded. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's something that they just have to. That's going to come with HTML5, which doesn't have browser support yet, so it's going to be waiting. So, yeah. So, moving on from the NIS. We will talk about music before we go into the Battle of Lumbridge. The music is freaking amazing.
Scapegold is the best.
What is?
Scapegold.
Oh, Scapegold.
I really like that we have.
Well, no, I know it happens in Java, Walter. Sorry. Anyways, go on.
There was whichever the one is that unlocks in the Palador party room. It's like my favorite one right now.
Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like it has like a.
It's a really weird name.
It's Max Reindeer Variations, something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Is
it's not
that
actually
the one...
reindeer, it's like Ron Dare or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Reindeer.
Wasn't that the one that they had the competition for, or not? Because I'm not sure. They said they were going to put it in the party room.
Oh, I don't know. Oh. I didn't even think about that.
I haven't heard it yet, so I'm not sure. Yeah.
I thought it was a really pretty track.
Okay, it might be, yeah. I have to check it. They have the winner on SoundCloud, so it might be the one.
Yeah, I might have to figure out if that's that one.
Might be.
But there's like 30 new music tracks, I think? Something like that.
There's quite a few. I keep on unlocking them as I'm just like randomly wandering around the world.
I ran around and unlocked all the ones that I didn't have, and now there's just the 3 that were glitched yesterday, and I can't log in today.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them don't unlock, some just you have to wait
those are fixed now. If you log in now, they should unlock.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because I know, I think the town, whichever one unlocks in the center of Varrock, wherever the center is, apparently I'm just too retarded to find it.
It actually unlocks in the castle courtyard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's fair.
I took it as center, like Varrock Square.
Yeah, like the square.
Yeah, exactly. I just sat there, I'm like, well, this sucks, and then just left.
I'd run through the center of Varrock before that, and then realized that there was supposed to be a track, so I kind of wandered around until I got it.
Oh, okay. Keep that in mind.
It's gonna suck for people who are gonna try to do, what's that one? One Piercing Note. They're gonna get to, like, the final cutscene and gonna like, all the time.
What?
Just the Requiem, like, does not work right now.
Oh.
That's bad.
That's unfortunate.
I like that song too.
But okay, yes, music is new, music is great. But I mean, aside from like, it's awesome.
Right.
There's not a whole lot to say about it. Okay, so moving forward, the Battle of Lumbridge is going to be probably the biggest thing in the world for at least the next month.
It's going to be 10 weeks long. So.
I say the next month because divination.
That's true.
And I'm wondering if they're going to tie divination in with this, and how strongly. I think it's goes without saying they'll tie divination into this, but how strongly they do is the question at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Battle of Lumbridge, the epic cutscene that I think I'm going to try and have playing in the background while I'm talking about this, 23:30, I guess, is the portal that shows up is the portal that brings Zamorak back to the plane, back to Gielinor, and
he looks badass.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He does look very nice, but then, of course, because it doesn't any good Saradomin would, he comes and makes his presence felt at the same time, and they start Kamehamehaing at each other for 10 weeks. so like a standard DBZ episode. Or a series of episodes.
Yes.
I will raise my power up. Go Super Saiyan.
Okay, so
obligatory Dragon Ball P, wherever that is on YouTube.
Yeah, but yeah, the so they both show up, and now there's a giant battlefield between Lumbridge and Draenor, and it is the Battle of Lumbridge.
Later,
pick
there's
a
a hole in
side.
Lumbridge.
Apparently, there are 2.5 times more people for Saradomin than there are for Zamorak. I know that many of us in this chat are for Zamorak, though. So
Not I.
Saradomin!
I think politically, Zammy needs to go down first.
politically,
I think for
I'm just on the side that supports Lumbridge not getting turned into the wilderness.
Which is why I selected Saradomin, because he has an image to keep up for all of his followers.
I don't
Zammy's
trust
just like,
Saradomin farther than I can throw
Do you really
him.
think he's gonna fight for Lumbridge and then Raffle stomp it like with some giant like magic thing? No, it's not. He's gonna fight for it and he's gonna protect it. There's no reason for him to do anything else.
This
Because
is
he has
this
to
is
make a
this
fight for
is
his
the
followers
ultimate
that he can
Saradomin noob speaking, though. So you have to take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. It would be like me talking about the Penguins. Like, I'm going to be biased. Like,
I understand, but there's so much anti-Saradomin bias. A little bit of Saradomin bias evens it out. It's balanced. There you go.
there. Okay,
Yeah.
Gothic's followers, you're now happy.
You can't
Anyways.
even call me like jumping on the bandwagon of who's winning, because when I logged in, Zamorak was in the lead.
Yeah, it was it was funny when I was there yesterday, doing a little bit of the skilling. I was seeing people making arguments. You should join Zamorak because it keeps the balance. People were actually saying that. I'm like, wait, what?
Point of a battle is for one side to win. It's like, no
Exactly.
balance there.
You should join Zamorak so we can win, but it's balanced.
It's
Right.
balanced, or it's more balanced.
Keep the balance, bro. Be a true Gothixian and join Zamorak.
Brandos disagrees. Just waiting for him to show up with his army of level 12 goblins.
Yeah. Run from my angry.
Run from my mighty army.
All right, go on, Siroki. What were you gonna say?
I guess like my big problem with like, I mean anyone who's like been around me for the past like 2 days knows this, but like I guess my problem with the Saradomin being like the winning party is that like I feel that having kind of like the quote unquote good guy winning like again, I mean like I don't know. The reason I want Zamorak to win is because I want the story to just be a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure he might like blow up Lumbridge, but I mean that'll be a lot more interesting.
But sure, he might blow up
Yeah.
Lumbridge.
I was seriously impressed that they even actually had the balls to blow up part of Lumbridge.
Yeah.
And they didn't derp up with like accidentally removing features. They're all moved somewhere else.
They all did
That's
get
true.
moved. That was
Yeah.
nice.
The water altar's been shifted. The ham location and the god statue.
Where
and
did the
tree
ham?
patch are all
Where did
moved.
the ham location go?
Right, had to relocate.
And I think they did a pretty good job with all the dialogue too. I mean, most
Did
of
you
this
guys see the new ham
Oh.
piece, by the way?
Oh, wait a second about dialogue. I'm
Well,
so
well,
glad they
well,
put
most-
those poorly voiced kids out of their
Well,
misery.
hold on.
Yeah, they all died.
yeah.
Poor things. We'll talk about that in just a moment.
GG.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second. But yeah, so where did they put? I know that they shifted the water altar a little bit farther west. The tree patch is over by the canoe station now.
Yeah, it's right by the stage.
The god statue, did that even get moved? It looks like
Yeah,
it's in.
it's now over
It's
by the
near the
house.
ham hideout.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
the
a
ham
it's
hideout
in
is
that
in the old mine that used to be the 2008 tutorial.
Oh, okay.
Good use.
And
for it,
it's been graphically reworked too, so it actually looks like a mine. It's really pretty.
nice.
I haven't actually
Been
been
in it
there.
yet.
So
Yeah,
I'll-
it's across that second bridge, like right by the cow pen. I really suggest go check it out.
Oh, that one.
It's
Okay.
really good looking now. It's really good looking.
I'll be sure to check that out. It's only fitting that the ham hideout is next to a cow pen. But anyways,
Oh my god.
You're wrong, but they may actually be near one of the underground pig pens too.
that would be
makes even more sense.
that would make even more sense.
You know the on the ham deacon's pedestal thing, lectern, yeah. Apparently there's like a picture of a ham on it, so there's some lore break going on right now.
Oh boy.
Bacon. Anyways, but yeah, so that's some good stuff. I do want to mention what we were talking about just a second ago, the portal. The update before, I guess not even, was it an update? Is it safe to call that an update?
I'd call it a hidden update.
Yeah, I guess, so the hidden update where the portal spawned to the west of Lumbridge, what was it, a couple weeks ago, and then it's been steadily growing in size.
It was less hidden and more, hey guys, we put something in, go look at it.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
They mentioned it in the update notes.
They did mention it in the update notes. It was like, what is this? I mean, they had been hinting about the world event
there
with
is something hidden.
RS3
you should
release.
go look at it.
Yeah.
And then every week it's bigger and bigger.
Around it, they had voiced characters. Hold on. They had voiced characters. I don't know if they're poorly voiced to begin with, but they're voiced characters, and they added more of them. And there's a couple kids that were hilariously poorly voiced. It was just, oh my god, it's so bad.
It's like
a man pretending to be an elf.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh my god. And it just like, all of those characters were just like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I just thought it was so hilarious that, like, how did they not catch that the young female child was completely miscast? Because she had the voice of, like an adult woman.
Yeah.
Hello, I am a young child.
That's pretty much it. And then the boy was cast that.
Oh god, that was just painful to listen to.
Very clearly was not. Yeah, it was just bad. What was the one? Somebody was mentioning something about Mod Trick. Yes. That was, I mentioned that. I called that in the chat. He mentioned slugs, and I said, what if Mod Trick walks through the portal? It's a symbol of Mod Trick returning to Jagex.
Yeah, it's funny. God. I'm just like, okay, that little boy knows better than to spot worms. Jesus. Big teeth. Okay. I think we know where this is going.
Oh my. But yeah. So that was funny, but it was definitely, it added to the hype that the portal, even however poorly it was executed, that certainly added to the hype of the portal and everything that came up.
Yeah.
With the Battle of Lumbridge, which is now raging heavily in Saradomin's favor.
To be honest, I actually was a little surprised that Zamorak was the one to come through it. Like, I don't know why it would be any different, but...
Well, yeah, it's kind of now, it's obvious if you think about Lumbridge. It's kind of like a town everyone knows. It's like one of the oldest towns, and then you have the oldest rivalry.
Very clearly Saradomin's as well.
Yeah, but you have the rivalry
all the members are complaining about it, but if you think about it, it makes perfect sense as the first event for free players.
Yeah, for free players.
Yeah, it's free to play, yeah.
Saradomin and Zamorak are the two most well-known gods in free play world since Guthix is dead now.
Exactly.
So it makes
they were always the two biggest gods anyway, though, even with Guthix.
Yeah.
Especially with Guthix being portrayed as an absolute moron with the Tanuk show.
I don't remember that.
Guthix! I don't like remembering that.
I actually literally have no idea what you're talking about, so.
Yeah.
That cracks me up. But yes. Yeah, so, I mean, those are the two most popular for the free players, and members are kind of forgetting that free players exist.
Yeah, we really are. It is.
Like, wait,
it is kind of unfortunate.
Talking about armadillos and bandos is like there's no other gods. No,
they're all the free players are probably sitting there like, who the hell are these Zero, Slisky, Bandos, armadillos?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What the fuck are they doing? And Saren and Godless? I've never heard of a god named
What the hell is an Armadil?
Armadil. I don't know who was saying it yesterday, but can you imagine if like it was like Zaros versus like Saren at this battle?
Like, what?
Who the shit are these people?
And what are they doing?
Yeah.
Walter says, what are the free players? Are they the ones that don't buy spins? Oh dear God.
Oh God.
Oh man. Yeah. Anyways, you can buy spins and still be free to play.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Anyways. Because you can spend half your rewards.
Yeah. Anyways. But yeah. So, I mean, it does make absolute perfect sense that it is Saradomin versus Zamorak. And we the rest of us are kind of like, why didn't we think of that?
Yeah.
Why are we overthinking this to the point of like, oh my god, it's going to be Zaros coming through the portal and he's going no.
Yeah.
Also,
Also,
Bandos was a good guess. Bandos was
I
pretty
kind of
good,
feel
but-
like an idiot that I didn't even think of that, because I was just like, for some reason I didn't expect the Battle of Lumbridge to be free to play, except it's set in fucking Lumbridge.
yeah, that's also like the same thing I was thinking. I'm just like, okay, I don't know how this is gonna work, and it's like, oh wait, free to play exists.
Yeah.
It's the typical slap in the face.
Yeah,
The
it
reason
is.
I thought it wouldn't be Zamorak is because we heard he was in the bottom of Demonheim, and I'm thinking, well, they got to save him for the
He's trying to
Dungeoneering
summon.
finale. So
Yeah.
Wait, guys.
Well,
Did Zamorak move GT to Lumbridge? Is that what's going on?
yeah, he MGT.
God.
Yeah. And he played-
No,
GTLB.
Moya
There you go.
MGT'd to
Now,
Lumbridge.
see,
Oh,
what's
just
really
like-
interesting about that though is this update actually offers a shit ton of Daemonheim lore totally by accident. In that Moya's there, so Ilrak's dead, and
Oh,
Zamorak's
yeah.
there, so Zami may not actually be the thing at the bottom of the portal after all.
True. Wow.
Yeah,
It's
and
interesting.
I
They
noticed that.
confirmed
I
it.
noticed that by Moya just simply being there, so I was like, well, that confirms that Bill's dead.
Yeah, and we already kind of knew it from the God Book because Zamorak pulled her out of Daemonheim.
Yeah, the thing that I think they confirmed was that Zamorak was like the voices in Daemonheim. I don't know if they specifically
They
said
did
he was at-
confirm that,
Yeah.
yes.
I don't know if he said he was at the bottom of the.
They never
The
said he
thing,
was the thing that
basically.
was actually going to get out, but it makes sense that the voice. Now, see, the big question
Kelly
is when you go
God
into occult floors. When you go into occult floors now, who the hell's talking to you? Zami's a little hung up right now.
Oh yeah, that's
true.
Yeah.
I need to catch more blue crabs.
Gosh.
Group Telly God battle. Yep, pretty much. But yeah, MGT God battle.
Yeah. I mean, the whole event, right now, it's not particularly exciting, but according to Mod Crow, every week is going to drastically change it.
Yeah, it's
So
It's
I'm
one of those,
I'm taking
we
week
just
one
have
as
to
a
stay
preparation
tuned.
week where it's just kind of here's the basic core gameplay that will kind of be prevalent throughout all of it, where you can
Yeah.
pick this stuff and you can kill these people.
Robo says, week 2, Zamorak starts using both hands.
Oh my god. Speaking of that, I still think it's so funny that you can get up on the upper level and you can just get blasted in the face with magic and nothing happens to you. You're just sitting there in the beam on both sides.
Old Guardian.
Kind of
Mall.
toasty up here.
Everybody projects the end of the wakes, where Gothix is like, boom, the gods can't hurt you now.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
Being able to
They
stand
can't
in
hurt
that
you
and get
with magic.
blasted makes perfect sense.
And
no,
that's-
I mean, after thinking about it for half a second, it's like, oh, well, that would be why. But the first time you just walk through it, you're like, shouldn't that hurt?
Because what's further funnier is when you walk into the Zamorak camp, you get roasted alive if you're a Ceradona.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Exactly.
When you
You go
walk in,
upstairs and you won't get hurt.
you don't get roasted alive.
Yeah.
Logic.
On the other hand, it's actually kind of satisfying to be barred out of something for once.
Yeah, that's
What do you
true.
mean, barred
No
out?
matter what side you're on, you're able to infiltrate it in some way. But no matter what side I'm on, there is a place I cannot currently go.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like, this is kind of nice. They're
If you
finally
don't
making my
pick-
choice.
If you don't pick a side, which one, where can't you go?
No, well, you
That's the thing where you can kind of get out of it.
Oh, okay.
But
Fair enough.
if you actually want to participate in the event, you gotta pick a side.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, yeah.
So basically, once you've started using the content.
basically.
Yeah, I've certainly been using it, so. Oh, go on, Shruggy.
So like, I forget who said that, but who was the one who did the two islands analogy?
Osborne.
Osborne.
Osborne, okay.
But the boat, yeah.
So like, does this mean that like, so the first two the two islands will be basically this decision that we make based on who's going to win the first world event? Does that mean that afterwards it's going to be more individual based, like he said, or is it going to be like, which I know is
That's the
impossible
weird
to
part.
answer, but-
It's like,
I feel like
sometimes...
this is kind of setting up the basis for all the next sets of planned
Yeah.
content.
Yeah. But sometimes it sounds like they're saying, if you pick a side, your version of RuneScape will change based on what side you pick. So it's like,
I think-
even if
They've been really
Ceradona
unclear on
wins, yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work.
I think they intend for everything to be reversible though. So you can,
maybe.
even if it's incredibly difficult to do so. I don't know. It's just, like, it's hard to imagine at this point what they can do. Like, there's so many things that we might think, like, oh, but there's no way they can do that. But they might be able to do that. And then likewise, there might be something that, like, oh, it's easy, then why don't they just do that? That they just straight up can't do.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
it's hard to imagine, we don't know, like, how different each game version, I suppose, can be from one another.
Yeah, it's true. I think probably it's just going to be mostly cosmetic, but I don't know. It could set up the basis for other world events too in the future.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll certainly see. But yeah, so we have all of that, all of this stuff with the Battle of Lumbridge. It is one of those, like, stay tuned, because there's going to be more stuff on this with every upcoming week, every upcoming podcast for us.
I didn't expect it to be like a 2+ week long, or a 10-week long event.
10 week, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be quite that long either, but, I mean, it makes sense if they can continue rolling out with new content regarding it, which it seems like they will.
As long as it doesn't interrupt other current content, like quests and stuff.
Yes.
That's true, yeah. I mean, they're still planning to roll out Divination next month and all the other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Sir
something
Owen
to
Quest,
keep note.
Yeah.
Is that Divination is planned. They were specifically saying, like, a month or so after release, this is very clearly a 10-week event. Like, they're clearly planning on continuing to update this in the background while they do other stuff. I'm now more and more interested about what's going to be in the August BTS now.
Oh yeah,
and
sure.
I'm wondering if they're going to sneak something out next week on us, on Tuesday of end of March.
I mean, could they, like, do 2 battles at once?
I doubt it.
I think I saw something about the Siege of Falador, and
that was a reference to the books.
Yeah.
Was it a reference in the books?
Yeah, Caramir.
Okay.
Caramir is from the Siege of Falador.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't read any of those.
Her
so.
hair is stupid. I was gonna say her hair is stupid.
Her hands are huge.
It's really similar to the hang on.
I like her cape though. Cape's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's
One thing, well, technically 2 things I did want to, I've been trying to mention, but I guess it's more like ending stuff, but probably the biggest thing was that, I don't know if it's intentional, but Walter and I were talking about it, but Zeros' emissary Soren disappeared from Varrock.
Yeah,
the icon is still there, but he's gone.
I think it's a bug. They said it wasn't intentional.
Hopefully it's a bug. Just like,
before Zeros comes.
just like, where'd he go? Come back.
Soren clearly confirmed to be Zeros. Anyways, but yeah, so that's a bunch of interesting stuff regarding the Battle of Lumbridge. We will absolutely be talking about that more in our next podcast, which will be in probably a week and a half at this point.
Yep.
But yeah, before we go into closing remarks or whatever, I do want to mention two more brief things. There is now a lore forum on the RuneScape forums, so for anybody who missed that, it is there, and Robo is currently spamming the chat. And by spamming, I mean he posted spams.
That's good.
That's a spam Robo gets.
But yeah, so there is now a lore forum, which is kind of a big deal. You guys have been asking for this for
months,
years,
decades.
Yeah, that's a little more like it.
But yeah, so that's a good thing. Also, they changed, or I don't want to say they changed. They updated the Dominion Tower, where they fixed a whole bunch of bugs. And I think Kitten can tell you about the more hilarious ones.
Goddamn cake face! I'm so mad. I don't like him. Flambeed, whatever's. I'm so mad. Apparently, he did 10 times the damage since EOC. Like, I would try to do this.
It's gone on for a year and nobody noticed.
There was a
typo. Well, nobody complains.
Oh, yeah. I tried to do the special battle. Got 1 hit about 7 times before I managed to actually get something done. And now there's a patch for it.
GG, yo.
Yeah, at least I got it done, but
Yeah,
it
I
could have
did it
been
when it was
that much
hard.
less
I
annoying.
feel accomplished.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah. It's like doing Nomad before EOC, because he's easy now, I guess.
Well, yeah, because you can,
Right.
the resonance thing.
That does help.
So they
Yeah.
they certainly made a few changes to the Dominion Tower, and I'd say I'd classify them as bug fixes at this point. But yeah, so that's an interesting little aside before we call it a day here. This has taken slightly longer than I was hoping for it to, but it is a lot of stuff to talk about with regards to RuneScape 3. So
Wait, one last thing.
okay.
One last thing. They reverted the names of the ancient spells.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah.
I just wrote that down.
Yeah.
Yay!
Who?
Ancient spells.
Ancient spell.
Oh yeah.
So there's like no more like Bloodfire. Bloodfire was pretty cool actually, but
Bloodfire was okay,
Yeah,
but
that was the
then
only
like
okay one.
Gale was like what?
Rock was
Go
horse
back
shit,
to
I'm sorry.
smoke and shadow and blood and ice.
Yeah.
How did they reclassify them, or are they?
Nope,
They wanted to
Bloodfire
show
is
that
still
the
in-
ancient spells like had elemental damage.
Well, no, I know
Yeah.
that, but like, how do they classify them now? Is it still the same? Like,
Wait,
Oh.
Yeah.
blood is fire and shadow is whatever it was.
I think
My
so.
bad,
Yeah.
guys. They didn't.
Earth, gale, smoke is air, and ice is water.
Wait. They didn't. It's still
Oh, apparently they didn't.
Gale, rock, blood, fire, and ice.
Lime, why do you lie to us, man?
Then somebody's
it.
lying.
Okay.
Captain Lie. Okay.
Anyways,
Maybe they'll
but
get
they
around.
did mention that they were going to revert that at some
Better.
point. So I guess
Better.
I blame
Maybe
eventually they will.
Yeah, just because Rock Diamond isn't funny.
no,
Just, no.
no,
Just no.
rock diamond.
Diamond.
Oh dear, that sounds like the name of a really terrible song.
It's like the
Yeah.
Rock Lobster song by the B-whatevers.
God.
B-42s, yeah.
Just assume the
Tony.
next patch notes will have it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Rock
Anyway.
Blitz. Screw that. Anyways, but yeah, so we have gone a little bit longer than I wish to have. So unless anybody else has anything to say about any of this, if they do, speak up now. Nope. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. The next podcast will be the beginning of the month of August, so probably in a couple weeks, week and a half or so. We had a rather large cast of characters for this one. I thought we were going to have 3 or 4, but we had 9.
We have 9.
Yeah, which certainly helped contribute to its length. But yeah, sorry, the next one's going to be in about a week and a half, probably, talking about the BTS. Anything that comes out next week. Is there even supposed to be an update next week? Do we know?
There is no information, because remember, the second half of the BTS was empty.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
It was like all supposed to be surprises, so we could potentially very easily get an update on Monday, Tuesday next week.
Okay, that's fair.
At the very minimum, Battle of Lumbridge will move on to the next stage.
Exactly. We
Yeah, at the very minimum, yeah. And judging by what we talked about before, that there is a possibility that could be a significant change, like a major update, because the first week would be very much like, here's the basics. The second week is like, okay, now shit starts getting real.
Right.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now Bandos comes in and tries to steal.
Oh, God.
That's what some people were thinking. Like, what if by week 10 all the gods are here? I'm like, no. You're
I
gonna
don't-
have like an
I don't
octagon
think that's-
fighting for the no.
I don't
If
think
by
that's
week
gonna
10
happen.
there wasn't a Lumbridge left.
Yeah.
Just imagine all the gods there, then Slisky, like the short fuck, is just sitting in the back. Like,
He's just going,
Well, see,
okay.
I'm really expecting there to be a Slisky v Zero sort of world event, but at the same time, I don't think it'll be as straightforward as Saradomin versus Zamorak here.
Well, obviously
Yeah,
not,
definitely
because
not.
both
Like,
of those are...
I feel the two of them are going to spend excessive amount of time. Like if Slisky ends up actually wanting to get rid of Zeros, I feel like they would
going
spend an
to,
excessive amount of time just having them try and poke at each other from the Shadow Realm.
Yeah,
I
they would
don't
just
think
fight in the
they're-
Shadow Realm. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to fight, though, to be honest. I mean,
Potentially,
Slisky...
yeah. Potentially, their
I mean,
event could be the two of them pairing up.
I mean, I could see them being very much allied, because,
Yeah.
I mean, Slisky was a devout follower of Zeros.
We think.
I mean, as long as Zeros was doing more or less what Slisky was enjoying.
I don't think he's a follower anymore.
It's kind of funny that Slisky technically can blackmail Zeros.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see. The battle for Keldagrim focused on the trade octagon. Yes. It's Sliskay. It's not Slisk.
Slisk for a while, and then he realized he was saying it wrong.
Nice.
In the pronunciation guide, it says Slisky.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, just because this first world event is actually a clash between the two gods, we have to remember that not all of them will likely end up like this.
Yeah.
The armies.
Especially because there's the godless are definitely going to have, a chance for them to have their own side. And, hey, go join one of the other sides.
Yeah.
Maybe next one will be two.
And they don't have a giant dude to shoot beams out of his head.
To Kamehameha for 10 weeks, Yeah,
I thought it was kind of interesting. Like, if they do have armies, we can go by what Walter said a lot earlier. Like, this Zamorak starts, spawning dungeoneering crap. Like, this army of sneaker peepers just everywhere.
An army of world gorgers.
Oh, God.
Go.
That would be funny.
No, actually, it would be better if 30,000 troll gazers.
Oh, Jesus.
Just summon a bunch of mercenary leaders and watch the field overthrow.
Walter says, "Is that all the gorgers that rage quit EOC?"
Yes, all of them.
Yes, all of them. How they have fixed that, haven't they? How long ago was that fixed?
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, that was fixed a week after EOC.
Really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now at least for sure it's fixed.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so stay tuned for another episode of the Seercast in a couple weeks. And from all of us, we hope you enjoy or are enjoying RS3, and stay tuned for more stuff from all of us. So
Twitter's a thing.